Welcome to our tutorial. In this tutorial I will present you how you can play with the ABAP Shared Memory and with the SHMM transaction. Okay, let's go to the code. Okay, so to have a little understanding about this shared memory, there are some steps that you need to do them. For using an instance, because you retain an instance in the shared memory where you can put some data, and this data you can exchange them with other user. First you need to create an instance, a root instance, and then an area instance, because the area instance needs the root instance and the root instance had a dependence on your instance. These are the steps to creating a shared memory object. And also you can buffer data in this with this mechanism. And you can also share the data between different sessions. Okay, let's see how I've created these things for you. Okay, as I told you, first you need to create your instance. We have this global attribute in it. Let's see what type. It's a type standard table of this structure. Okay, let's go back. And we can see that we have two methods. Fill the catalog, where we just pass a importing parameter to our global reference. Okay, let's go back. And the second one is the method getFlights, which is just a getter that return our data from the global attribute, because this global attribute needs to be public if we make a getter to it. Okay, now let's to see the next class, which is the root class. The root class, it's also a simple method. It has just an object reference to your previous class, to your instance, because you access your instance through the root class, and the root class is accessed through the area class. Let's go to the paint. So you access your instance by having a reference here. Okay, and then you can access your root instance. Okay, and from your root instance then you access your instance. This is the mechanism. Let's see how it looks like our area instance. Our area instance needs to have this type of shared objects, and also to have a superclass SHM area. And you need to make in the attribute a reference to your root class. Here you need to have this reference to your root class, because as I told you, this is the mechanism. From the area you have access to the root, and from the root to your instance. Okay, let's see now a report. So in this report we need to declare a reference to the area, which is used in the shared object memory, and you can see it in this transaction. Then you declare a reference to your root object, and through the root object you can have access to your instance. Okay, and then the start of selection. This is a selection screen event. Okay, we take our data from the test table. Okay, and then we call this method. And this method is called because here we create our object in the shared memory, and then to the root and to our instance we need to create the object, and also with this statement, with area handle, our area class. And then we need also to retain in the root our area, our instance, and then through our area we set the root. This is the mechanism, and through the area we have access to the root, then we have access to our instance, and then we can fill our internal table, which is an attribute or our class. And then we just need to make a detached commit, which means that also other user can have the possibility to call methods of this class. Then we just need to press F8. Okay, and now we can go to the SHMM transaction to see if we have our area instance there. Here in this transaction we can see our area class. We can see that we have just one instance, one version, how much space occupies and other things. So we have access to it, because now we want to read from this shared memory, and if we don't have the instance retained in the shared memory, then we will have an error. Let's go to read the data. And with this report, of course, we need to declare again our reference, the area, the root, and our instance. And then we just get with the help of the area, we have access to the root, and to the root we have access to our instance, and then we call our method. Of course, first we need to call this method to take the instance from the shared memory, and then we also need to make the unlock of the class, also the other user has the possibility to call methods on this class. And then we just make a loop over the data. Let's press F8, and we can see our data from the shared memory. Yes, this is just a test example, it depends on your needs, but I hope now you have a good understanding how you can create an object shared memory transaction. First you need to create your instance, then assign this instance to the root class, and then you need the area class, which will be retained in this shared memory. Okay, have a nice day, I hope you enjoyed, and I wait for your feedbacks. Bye.